Hello there, and welcome to Earthly Explorer. Tonight, we set aside the concerns of the day and drift slowly outward, into the quiet expanse of the cosmos. The universe is vast, stretching far beyond the reach of imagination, yet it is also calm, steady, and timeless. To listen to its story is to listen to patience itself, the rhythm of stars, the silence between galaxies, the gentle unfolding of time across billions of years. When you lift your gaze to the night sky, what you see is only the faintest fraction of what exists. Those points of light scattered across the dark are stars, each one distant, each one shining with a quiet persistence. Some of them began burning billions of years before Earth was formed, and yet their light still travels, still arrives, still touches us in this moment. Others are younger, their fires still new, their journeys only beginning. Together they form a soft canopy, a reminder that though we are small, we are part of something endlessly grand. Our own sun is one such star, bright and constant. To us, it feels immense, central, and powerful, but in truth it is only one among hundreds of billions in the Milky Way galaxy alone. Beyond the Milky Way, there are galaxies beyond count, spirals, clusters, and filaments of light woven together like threads in a cosmic tapestry. The distances are beyond what we can fully grasp, yet the rhythm of their motion is steady, balanced, unhurried. This balance is one of the most comforting truths of the cosmos. Stars are born, live their long lives, and eventually fade. Galaxies drift, collide, and merge, yet always return to harmony. Even the universe itself expands not with haste, but with patience, each moment carrying forward the quiet unfolding of its story. Nothing in the cosmos is rushed. Its timescales stretch far beyond human measure, reminding us that our worries are small, our days are brief, and that there is peace in knowing we are part of something so vast. Imagine yourself beneath a clear sky, far from cities, where the air is still and the stars reveal themselves in full. Above, the Milky Way stretches like a river of light, its countless stars blending into a soft glow. Some shine bright, others faint, yet all are steady. Each one carries its own story, its own planets, its own rhythms of silence and flame. To rest beneath such a sky is to feel calm wash over you, to sense the patience of the universe reflected in your own breath. The cosmos is not empty. Even the dark spaces between stars are alive with invisible presence. Drifting dust, unseen gases, faint particles that move in endless motion. Light travels through these spaces, carrying memories of where it began. When we look into the sky, we are not only seeing stars as they are now, but as they once were, sometimes millions or billions of years ago. The cosmos shows us the past with every glance, a gentle reminder that time is layered, that silence carries memory. And so our journey begins. Tonight we have stepped only to the threshold, gazing outward at the stars that surround us. But there is so much more, planets and moons circling quietly, comets wandering across orbits, nebulae glowing as clouds of renewal, black holes sitting silent at the hearts of galaxies. Each of these carries its own rhythm, its own calm truth, waiting to be discovered slowly, one step at a time. As we drift deeper into this series, we will not rush. The cosmos does not hurry, and neither shall we. Instead, we will move gently, listening to what each chapter reveals. The patience of planets, the silence of galaxies, the mystery of deep time. Together, we will wander through this vastness, not to conquer it, but to rest within it, to find calm in its steady presence. And if you find peace in these explorations, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Earthly Explorer. Together, we will continue to drift into the gentle wonders of the universe, learning from its patience, guided by its silence, carried forward by its endless calm. As we drift further into the cosmos, let us turn our attention to the stars themselves, the quiet lights that have guided travelers, inspired poets, and watched silently over Earth since before our world was born. Though each star burns with energy beyond comprehension, their story is not one of frenzy but of patience. They live slowly, their rhythms stretching across millions or even billions of years. To understand a star is to understand endurance, balance, and calm. Stars begin their lives in nurseries, vast clouds of gas and dust known as nebulae. Within these clouds, particles drift and gather, pulled together gently by gravity. Over time, these gatherings grow denser, until the pressure and heat at their centers ignite nuclear fusion, the quiet fire that powers every star. From a distance, these births are not violent explosions, but soft blooms of light, stars awakening one by one across the dark canvas of space. Imagine looking at such a nebula, colors glowing faintly, stars flickering into being like candles lit slowly in a cathedral of silence. Once born, stars shine steadily for most of their lives. Our sun, for example, has been glowing for nearly 5 billion years and will continue for about as long again. This span is so vast that entire species, entire civilizations, and even entire epochs can rise and fall in the time of a single star's steady light. Their patience humbles us, reminding us that our days are brief compared to their long calm. Stars come in many sizes and colors. Some are small, cool, and faint, glowing in red or orange. These red dwarfs are the most common stars in the universe, living quietly for trillions of years, far longer than the universe itself has existed so far. Others are larger and hotter, glowing blue or white, shining brightly but burning through their fuel more quickly. These stars live shorter lives, but even their brevity spans millions of years, their brilliance a reminder that every rhythm has its own pace. Our own sun sits in the middle, a yellow star balanced between extremes. To us, it feels unique, but in truth it is an ordinary star, one among countless others. And yet, it sustains life on Earth, providing warmth, light, and energy. Its presence is steady, rising each morning, setting each evening, its rhythm guiding not only our days but the cycles of seasons, plants, animals, and people. To reflect on the sun is to feel gratitude for its calm persistence, for its silent gift of life. As stars live, they weave the fabric of the cosmos. In their cores they forge elements, hydrogen into helium, helium into carbon, carbon into oxygen. The atoms in our bodies, the iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, were all created in stars long ago. We are, in a very real sense, children of the stars, our lives linked to theirs by chemistry and time. To rest in this truth is to feel connection, to know that we are not separate from the cosmos but part of it, woven from its very light. Even as stars near the ends of their lives, they do so with rhythm. Smaller stars fade slowly, cooling into white dwarfs that shine gently for billions of years more. Larger stars end more dramatically, their outer layers drifting into space as glowing nebulae, their cores collapsing into dense remnants, neutron stars or black holes. Yet even here the story is not only of endings but of renewal. The elements released into space become the seeds for new stars, new planets, and new life. Silence follows fire, calm follows change, balance is restored. When we look at the night sky, the light we see is old, sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands, sometimes millions of years in travel. Each star is both present and past, a reminder that time in the cosmos flows differently, stretched across vast distances. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into history, to see not only what is but what was, layered into the calm fabric of the night. Imagine lying beneath a clear sky, far from cities, where the Milky Way glows faintly overhead. Each star above carries its own story, its own rhythm of birth, life, and renewal. Together they form a choir of patience, voices so distant yet so steady that their harmony feels eternal. To rest beneath such a sky is to feel peace, to let go of haste, to breathe with the same rhythm as the universe itself. And so, as we continue this journey, we will follow the stars further, from their nurseries to their gentle fading, from the nebulae that birth them to the galaxies that gather them. Their story is our story, for we are made of their light. The next step carries us outward, from stars to the galaxies they form, the great islands of the universe drifting slowly through space, each a collection of billions of suns, bound together in quiet rhythm. From the glow of individual stars, our gaze now widens, carrying us into the grand structures that hold them together, the galaxies. These immense collections of stars, dust, gas, and dark matter are like cosmic cities, each one containing billions of suns, yet drifting with a calm grace across the universe. To reflect on galaxies is to step into a larger scale of patience, where not just stars but whole systems move slowly, shaping the quiet patterns of the cosmos. Our own home, the Milky Way, is a spiral galaxy, its stars arranged in sweeping arms that curve outward from a central bulge. From within, we see it as a faint band of light stretching across the sky, a river of stars so dense they blend into a glow. To imagine the Milky Way from the outside is to picture a delicate spiral, rotating gently over billions of years, its stars rising and fading in rhythm, its structure steady yet always changing. Every star we see at night, every planet we know, is part of this vast, graceful swirl. Galaxies come in many forms. Spirals like the Milky Way are elegant, their arms filled with bright young stars and glowing nebulae. Elliptical galaxies are rounder, softer, filled mostly with older stars, glowing faintly with a more subtle light. Irregular galaxies lack clear structure, their shapes uneven as if they are still finding their balance. Each type carries its own rhythm, its own way of existing in the cosmos. Together, they form the great variety of the universe, like different flowers in a vast and endless garden. Despite their immensity, galaxies move with patience. They rotate slowly, their stars completing orbits that take hundreds of millions of years. They drift through space, sometimes approaching one another, sometimes moving apart. When they meet, they do not clash in violence, but merge in long dances, their stars passing by one another, their structures blending into new forms. These mergers take billions of years, yet the outcome is always balance. A new galaxy, calm and steady, formed from the union of the old. Clusters of galaxies add another layer of scale. Dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of galaxies gather together, bound by gravity into immense families. Between them stretches space, filled with faint gases and the invisible presence of dark matter. These clusters drift through the universe, their galaxies glowing softly like lanterns in a vast, silent ocean. To look at such a cluster is to see harmony on the grandest scale, light woven across unimaginable distances, each galaxy a participant in the cosmic rhythm. Beyond clusters lie superclusters, immense structures that stretch across hundreds of millions of light-years. The Milky Way belongs to the local group, a cluster of a few dozen galaxies, which itself is part of the Virgo supercluster, which in turn belongs to even larger filaments of structure. These filaments stretch like threads across the universe, connecting galaxies in patterns as delicate as spiderwebs. And yet, despite their immensity, they move with quiet patience, their motions unfolding over timescales so vast they are almost still. To reflect on galaxies is to feel both small and comforted. We live in one galaxy among billions, each filled with its own stars, its own planets, its own possibilities. The distances between them are immense, so great that light itself takes millions of years to travel from one to another. And yet, they all exist together in the same universe, bound by the same laws, part of the same rhythm. The scale is humbling, but the harmony is soothing. The light we see from distant galaxies is ancient. When we observe a galaxy millions of light-years away, we are seeing it not as it is now, but as it was when the light began its journey. Some of the galaxies we see tonight may have already changed, merged, or shifted, yet their light continues to arrive, carrying their memory across space. To look at a galaxy is to look at history itself, a reminder that the cosmos always holds both past and present within its glow. Imagine standing on a quiet plain beneath a dark sky. Above you, countless stars scatter the heavens, but faintly stretching across the horizon, you see the glow of the Milky Way, your home galaxy revealed in full. Its soft light arcs above like a bridge, its countless stars blending together into a single calm radiance. In that moment, You are connected to something vast and steady, a structure that has endured for billions of years and will endure for billions more. The galaxies remind us of patience. Their rotations take millions of years, their mergers billions. They do not rush, they do not hurry, but move steadily, guided by gravity, shaped by time. To reflect on them is to reflect on endurance, on the quiet rhythms that last longer than any single star, longer than any single life. Their presence is a reminder that the universe is built not on haste, but on harmony. From galaxies, the story flows naturally into the forces that shape them. The gravity that binds their stars, the dark matter that holds their structure, and the invisible threads that weave them into the larger web of the universe. For just as stars depend on galaxies, galaxies depend on forces unseen, guiding their motion in silence. As we move deeper into the cosmos, we find that what holds it together is often what we cannot see. The galaxies, with their billions of stars, do not drift aimlessly. They are guided, shaped, and bound by invisible forces. Gravity, dark matter, and dark energy. These unseen presences create the quiet patterns of the universe. Though invisible, they are steady, constant, and patient, moving with rhythms that shape everything from the orbit of a planet to the expansion of the cosmos itself. Gravity is the most familiar of these forces. It is the pull that holds us to Earth, that keeps the moon circling our planet, that keeps planets circling the sun. But gravity is not limited to small scales. It reaches across galaxies, binding stars into spirals, drawing galaxies into clusters, and guiding clusters into vast webs of structure. Imagine it as a thread woven through everything, gentle yet unbreakable, always pulling, always connecting. Without it, stars would scatter, galaxies would dissolve, and the cosmos would lose its harmony. What is most calming about gravity is its constancy. It does not rush or falter, but works slowly, always present, always shaping. It may take millions of years for galaxies to merge, yet gravity carries them steadily toward one another, never hurried, never delayed. To reflect on gravity is to reflect on patience itself, a force so subtle in our daily lives yet so immense in its reach that it holds the universe together. But gravity alone cannot explain all that we see. When scientists measure the motions of stars and galaxies, they find something curious. The stars move as if there is more mass present than what we can see. Galaxies spin too quickly to be held together by visible matter alone. Something unseen, something silent, provides the extra pull. This unseen presence is called dark matter. Dark matter does not glow, reflect, or interact with light. It is invisible to our eyes and our instruments. Yet its presence is undeniable, revealed through the way it bends light from distant galaxies, the way it guides the motions of stars, the way it shapes the cosmic web itself. Though we cannot see it, dark matter makes up most of the universe's mass, holding galaxies together like invisible scaffolding. To imagine dark matter is to imagine a silent foundation, unseen but steady, cradling the light we see. There is something soothing in this mystery. The universe is not only what we can see but also what we cannot. Dark matter reminds us that hidden truths exist, that silence can hold power, that presence is not always visible. It moves with patience, carrying galaxies gently, guiding stars across billions of years. Though invisible, it is a reminder that unseen support can shape the vastest of structures. And then, beyond even dark matter, lies dark energy, a force even more mysterious. While gravity pulls matter together, dark energy pushes space apart. It is the quiet driver of the universe's expansion, discovered when astronomers found that galaxies are not only moving away from each other, but doing so at an accelerating pace. Something unseen, filling space itself, is urging the cosmos to grow faster and faster. Dark energy makes up most of the universe, yet we know almost nothing about its nature. It is not light, not matter, not force as we usually understand it. It is presence without form, silence with influence. Its work is patient, stretching space slowly, guiding the universe toward futures that span trillions of years. Though mysterious, it is calm in its effect. Steady expansion, steady growth, steady unfolding of time. When we reflect on gravity, dark matter, and dark energy together, we see the quiet architecture of the cosmos. Gravity binds, dark matter supports, dark energy expands. Each plays its role, each part of the same harmony. Stars, galaxies, clusters. All are participants in this rhythm, moving not by chance but by balance. To know this is to feel comfort, for the universe, though vast and mysterious, is not chaos but order, not frenzy but calm design. Imagine standing beneath the night sky, looking at the Milky Way stretching above. The stars seem scattered at random, yet they are not. Each one is held in place by gravity, each one part of a structure cradled by dark matter, each one drifting slowly as the universe expands under dark energy's quiet hand. What seems scattered is connected, what seems silent is active, what seems still is moving patiently forward. These unseen forces remind us of truths within our own lives. Not everything that shapes us is visible. Patience, resilience, love, memory, all are unseen, yet they guide us as surely as gravity guides stars. Dark matter and dark energy remind us that mystery is not absence but presence, that the unknown can carry quiet power, that harmony exists even when it cannot be seen. From here, the story flows naturally into the birth of stars and planets within this cosmic framework. For within the structures held by gravity and dark matter, new suns and worlds continue to form, quietly, patiently, endlessly. The cosmos is not static, but alive with cycles of renewal, always balancing, always unfolding. Within the quiet framework of gravity, dark matter, and dark energy, new suns and worlds are born. The cosmos, though ancient, is never static. It renews itself continuously, shaping stars, planets, and systems from the raw materials of gas and dust. To reflect on these births is to see patience expressed in light, to see silence transformed into form, to see the universe building itself slowly, gently, endlessly. The birth of stars begins in nebulae, vast clouds of gas and dust drifting in space. From a distance, they appear as faint, glowing veils, illuminated by starlight or lit from within by newborn suns. Some are colorful, glowing pink or blue, while others are dark, hiding their secrets until light pierces them. Within these clouds, gravity gathers particles, pulling them closer and closer until pressure and heat ignite the fires of fusion. A star is born, its light beginning a journey that may last billions of years. These star-forming regions are some of the most beautiful places in the cosmos. The Orion Nebula, visible even through small telescopes, is a glowing cradle where hundreds of young stars shine within clouds of gas. The Eagle Nebula, with its towering pillars of creation, shows dense columns of material where stars are forming even now. These places remind us that the universe, though immense and ancient, is still alive with beginnings, with new light emerging from silence. Around newborn stars, disks of gas and dust begin to swirl. Over time, particles within these disks collide, stick, and grow, forming clumps that become planets, moons, asteroids, and comets. This process takes millions of years, a slow dance of matter gradually building into worlds. Some planets grow large, their gravity pulling in thick atmospheres to become gas giants. Others remain small and rocky, their surfaces solid, their paths circling steadily around their stars. Our own solar system was born this way about 4.6 billion years ago. From a cloud of dust and gas, the sun ignited, and around it planets began to take shape. Earth formed as a rocky body, water gathered on its surface, and over time life emerged. The moon formed from a collision, its presence stabilizing Earth's rotation and guiding the tides. Every feature of our solar system, from the rings of Saturn to the icy comets that drift in its outer regions, was shaped by these same quiet processes, unfolding with patience across eons. Even comets and asteroids carry the memory of creation. They are remnants of the early solar system, frozen or rocky pieces that never grew into planets. When they pass near the sun, comets grow tails of glowing gas and dust, like reminders of the cosmic materials from which stars and planets are made. To watch a comet drift across the sky is to see both past and present, a fragment of creation moving gently through time. The birth of stars and planets is not only a story of matter but of cycles. Stars form, shine, and eventually release their elements back into space, enriching clouds for the next generation of stars. Each cycle adds more variety, more carbon, oxygen, and iron, ingredients for planets, oceans, and life. In this way, the cosmos is always renewing itself, always transforming silence into light, dust into form, beginnings into presence. What is most soothing about this process is its patience. Nothing is rushed. Stars take millions of years to ignite. Planets take millions more to form. Systems stabilize over vast time scales, their orbits balancing, their rhythms steady. The universe does not hurry. It builds slowly, layer by layer, presence by presence, until harmony is achieved. To reflect on this is to find calm, to realize that our own lives, though brief, are part of a process much larger and slower, part of a rhythm that values patience above haste. Imagine drifting within a nebula, surrounded by faint glows of pink and blue, stars flickering into being one by one. Dust swirls slowly, planets begin to form, comets drift quietly through space. There is no noise, no rush, only the slow unfolding of creation, steady and endless. In such a vision, the cosmos feels less like a mystery and more like a lullaby, each star a note, each planet a soft chord, each nebula a verse in the song of time. The birth of stars and planets connects directly to us. The atoms in our bodies, carbon in our cells, calcium in our bones, oxygen in our breath, were all forged in stars long ago. We are not separate from the cosmos, but its children, formed from the same processes that still unfold today in distant nebulae. To know this is to feel belonging, to sense that we are not strangers in the universe but part of its patient fabric, woven from its light. From the story of star and planet formation, the journey flows naturally into the lives of stars themselves, how they burn steadily for billions of years, how they transform elements within their cores, and how their endings, though sometimes dramatic, always give way to renewal. For just as beginnings carry patience, so do lifetimes, unfolding with the same calm rhythm across the cosmos. Stars once born do not flicker briefly. They endure. Their lives stretch across timescales so vast that our entire history is but a moment within their glow. To follow the life of a star is to follow patience itself. A rhythm of calm light burning steadily for billions of years, shaping galaxies, nurturing planets, and weaving the elements of life. Our sun is the perfect example of this endurance. For nearly 5 billion years, it has shone with quiet constancy, and for about 5 billion more it will continue. Each morning it rises, each evening it sets, guiding days and seasons, sustaining life on Earth. Yet compared to its true lifespan, our human awareness has only just begun to notice it. Civilizations come and go, species evolve and vanish, yet the sun continues, steady as breath, constant as the tides. The life of a star begins with hydrogen, the simplest element, the most abundant in the universe. In its core, hydrogen atoms are pressed together under immense pressure and heat, fusing to form helium. This fusion releases energy, which radiates outward as light and warmth. This is the heart of a star, the calm fire that sustains it. Though the reactions are powerful, they unfold with steady rhythm, layer by layer, unhurried, enduring for eons. Stars live differently depending on their size. Small stars, called red dwarfs, burn quietly, their fuel lasting trillions of years. These are the most patient of all, outliving every other kind, their glow so steady that they will remain long after larger stars fade. Medium stars, like our sun, burn more brightly, living billions of years before transforming gently at their end. Massive stars burn hotter and faster, their lives shorter but more dramatic, lasting only millions of years before giving way to renewal. Yet even the briefest stellar lives are vast compared to ours, each one a presence of calm measured not in days but in ages. As stars age, they change slowly, gracefully. A medium star like our sun will one day swell into a red giant, its outer layers expanding, its light softening into a cooler glow. Its planets will shift, its orbits altered, but the process will be slow, unfolding over millions of years. Eventually, it will shed its outer layers into space, forming a glowing shell of gas called a planetary nebula. At its center will remain a white dwarf, a small, dense remnant that will shine faintly for billions more years, cooling slowly into silence. Massive stars live more dramatically, yet still within the calm rhythm of time. They swell, collapse, and sometimes end in supernovae, immense explosions that scatter elements across space. Yet even here, the story is not one of destruction but of renewal. The iron in our blood, the oxygen we breathe, the calcium in our bones, all were formed in stars and released by such endings. Supernovae are less explosions than gifts, recycling matter, enriching galaxies, preparing the way for new stars and new worlds. At the far ends of stellar life lie the most mysterious objects: neutron stars and black holes. Neutron stars are the dense remnants of collapsed stars, so compact that a spoonful of their matter would weigh more than a mountain. Black holes, formed from even greater collapses, are regions where gravity is so strong that not even light escapes. Yet even they are part of the same balance. They do not rage or consume endlessly, but exist as quiet centers of gravity, influencing their surroundings, shaping galaxies, guiding stars. Their presence is steady, not chaotic, part of the rhythm of the universe. To look at the sky is to see stars at every stage of life. Some are newborn, glowing faintly within nebulae. Others are in their prime, burning steadily for billions of years. Still others are near their end, swelling into giants or cooling into dwarfs. The night sky is not just a scattering of lights but a story of time, a panorama of patience. Each star tells its own chapter, yet all are part of the same song of endurance. There is comfort in this rhythm. Stars remind us that constancy exists, that patience is strength, that time need not be hurried. They shine without rush, without noise, carrying on their cycles silently, steadily, always balanced. To reflect on them is to breathe more slowly, to let go of haste, to find calm in knowing that even in a vast universe, light endures. Imagine lying on a quiet hillside beneath the stars. Above you, countless suns glow, each one at its own stage of life, each one burning patiently. Their light is steady, their presence timeless. You feel small beneath them, but not insignificant. Instead, you feel connected, your body made of their elements, your breath part of their cycles, your life a brief note in their endless song. From the lifetimes of stars, the story flows naturally into the clouds that give them birth and receive their endings. The nebulae, glowing softly in space, where stars begin and end, where silence and light are woven into the same fabric of creation. When we look deeper into the universe, we find vast clouds of dust and gas, nebulae, that shimmer faintly against the dark. These are among the most beautiful and calming sights in the cosmos, places where stars are born and where they return when their lives are complete. To reflect on nebulae is to reflect on cycles, on beginnings and endings that are not separate but part of the same flow, part of the same quiet renewal. Nebulae come in many forms, each carrying its own role in the rhythm of the universe. Some are star-forming regions, where gas and dust gather under gravity, sparking new light. Others are remnants of stars that have ended their lives, their outer layers released into space, glowing softly as they fade. Together, these clouds weave the fabric of creation and renewal, each one a reminder that nothing in the cosmos is ever truly lost, only transformed. The Orion Nebula is one of the most familiar star nurseries. Just beneath the line of Orion's belt, this glowing patch of light is visible even to the naked eye on clear nights. Through telescopes, it reveals swirls of pink, blue, and violet, shaped by newborn stars shining within. Here, hundreds of suns are forming, their light pushing outward, carving shapes in the gas, igniting colors that drift across space. To imagine drifting within such a nebula is to picture a calm ocean of light, stars rising slowly within clouds of silence. Another famous nebula is the Eagle Nebula, with its pillars of creation. These towering columns of dust and gas stretch for light years, sculpted by radiation from nearby stars. Within their depths, new stars are forming, hidden within the haze. The sight of these pillars reminds us that creation is not sudden, but patient, shaped over millions of years, steady and enduring. What looks like stillness is full of activity, unfolding so slowly that it becomes timeless. There are also nebulae formed at the ends of stellar lives. Planetary nebulae, despite their name, have nothing to do with planets. They are shells of gas released by dying stars, glowing softly as they expand outward. The Ring Nebula, for example, is a delicate loop of light, its gases drifting into space while its central star cools into a white dwarf. These nebulae are not endings but transitions, as the material they release becomes part of the next generation of stars and planets. Supernova remnants tell a similar story of renewal. When massive stars end in great explosions, their outer layers are thrown into space, forming expanding clouds of glowing gas. The Crab Nebula is one such remnant, born from a supernova observed nearly 1,000 years ago. Its filaments stretch outward, illuminated by the energy of a neutron star at its center. Though it began with fire, it now shines with calm beauty, its gases spreading slowly, seeding the galaxy with new elements. Nebulae are also rich with the elements of life. Within their clouds lie hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, the building blocks of stars, planets, and living beings. When stars release these elements into space, they mix into nebulae, ready to form again into new suns and worlds. In this way, every nebula is both an ending and a beginning, a cycle of transformation written into the very fabric of the universe. What makes nebulae so soothing is their gentleness. Their shapes are soft, their colors faint, their motions slow. They do not blaze or roar, but drift, expand, and shimmer quietly across time. They remind us that creation need not be hurried, that beauty can emerge from silence, that patience is the true language of the cosmos. To look at a nebula is to look at calm itself, stretched across light years, glowing softly in the dark. Even the dark nebulae, those that do not glow but instead block light, carry their own serenity. These thick clouds of dust appear as shadows against brighter backgrounds, their shapes twisting slowly as they move. Within their depths, stars are forming unseen, hidden from view until their light finally breaks free. Darkness here is not emptiness but protection, a womb where creation unfolds quietly, shielded from sight. Imagine floating within a nebula, colors swirling softly around you, stars flickering gently in the haze. There is no sound, no rush, only drifting clouds, glowing gas, and the steady unfolding of creation. In such a vision, the cosmos feels less like an endless mystery and more like a gentle presence, one that holds, nurtures, and renews. From nebulae, the story flows naturally into the mysteries of stellar death, black holes, neutron stars, and other remnants of stellar lives. For just as stars are born in these glowing clouds, they also return their essence to the universe through quiet transformation, leaving behind the most enigmatic presences of all. Stars, though patient, do not last forever. Their endings, like their beginnings, are part of the cosmos's rhythm, not chaos but transformation. When massive stars complete their long lives, they leave behind remnants that are among the most mysterious objects in the universe. Neutron stars and black holes are not fiery explosions but silent presences, dense and unseen, shaping their surroundings with gravity and calm. To reflect on them is to reflect on the hidden power of the cosmos, the quiet strength that endures when light fades. When a massive star reaches the end of its fuel, it can collapse under its own gravity. In some cases, the core compresses so tightly that protons and electrons merge, forming neutrons. What remains is a neutron star, a sphere only about 20 kilometers across, yet more massive than our Sun. To imagine such density is difficult. A teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh more than a mountain. Yet despite this weight, neutron stars are steady presences, spinning quietly, radiating faint signals across space. Some neutron stars emit beams of radiation like lighthouses in the cosmos. As they spin, these beams sweep across the sky, and from Earth we detect them as regular pulses. These pulsars tick with precision, some faster than the blades of a kitchen fan, others slower but no less steady. Their rhythm is calming, a heartbeat of the cosmos, marking time with patience across millions of years. To listen to a pulsar is to hear the silence of space given a voice, a soft pulse repeating endlessly in the dark. Other neutron stars exist without such signals, quiet and unseen, their presence known only through their gravity. They drift as remnants of once bright stars, hidden yet enduring, reminders that silence is as much a part of the cosmos as light. They are not threats or terrors but part of the same balance, shaping galaxies, guiding matter, holding memory in dense form. Even more mysterious are black holes. When the collapse of a massive star goes further, gravity becomes so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. A black hole is not a thing in the way we usually imagine, but a region of space where gravity curves everything inward. It is invisible, its presence revealed only through its effects. The way it bends light, the way it draws nearby stars, the way it warps time itself. Black holes come in many sizes. Some are a few times the mass of the Sun, remnants of stellar collapse. Others, called supermassive black holes, sit at the centers of galaxies, millions or billions of times the Sun's mass. The Milky Way has such a black hole at its heart, called Sagittarius A star. Around it, stars orbit like planets around the Sun, their steady motion revealing the hidden presence at the center. From a distance, there is no chaos, only harmony, stars moving patiently in a dance guided by invisible gravity. Despite their mystery, black holes are not endless consumers. They do not sweep the universe into nothingness. Instead, they are quiet anchors holding galaxies together, shaping space and time. Some gather disks of matter around them, glowing brightly as material spirals inward. Others rest silently, influencing only through their pull. In either form, they are reminders that even in silence, presence endures, and even in invisibility, power exists. To reflect on neutron stars and black holes is to reflect on transformation. What was once a shining star becomes something new, not gone, but changed. Its matter remains, compressed or hidden, its gravity steady, its influence quiet. These remnants remind us that endings are not final, that silence is not emptiness, but continuation in another form. The cosmos, like life, always transforms, always renews, always finds balance. Imagine floating near a neutron star, its surface smooth and dense, its pulses ticking like a clock. Around you, space is dark, yet the rhythm continues, steady and patient. Imagine drifting near a black hole, not falling in but circling safely at a distance. The stars around curve gently, light bending in arcs, time flowing strangely yet calmly. There is no noise, no chaos, only the steady presence of gravity, silent and enduring. Neutron stars and black holes teach us about humility. They remind us that not everything can be seen, that some truths are hidden, that patience and silence carry strength. Their existence shows that the cosmos is not only light but also shadow, not only birth but also transformation. In their mystery we find calm, for they remind us that not all must be understood to be meaningful. From here, the story flows outward again, from individual remnants to the galaxies they inhabit. For just as stars shape galaxies, so do neutron stars and black holes contribute to their balance, weaving their quiet presence into the vast spirals, clusters, and webs that make up the universe. The next step of our journey will carry us into these galactic families, where billions of stars move together, bound by invisible harmony. From the mysteries of neutron stars and black holes, our gaze widens once more, carrying us into the vast structures where billions of stars live together, the galaxies. These immense islands of light drift through space with patience, each one holding its stars, planets, and clouds in quiet balance. To reflect on galaxies is to step into a scale so large that even the lives of stars seem brief, yet the rhythm remains calm, unhurried, and steady. The Milky Way, our home, is a spiral galaxy. Its stars gather into curved arms that sweep outward from a central bulge, forming a pattern of elegance and grace. From Earth, we see it as a band of light across the night sky, soft and glowing, its countless stars blending into a river of radiance. Within this spiral, our sun drifts quietly, carrying Earth and its planets along, one small system among billions. To imagine the Milky Way from afar is to see a great wheel turning slowly, its arms moving over hundreds of millions of years, steady and balanced. Spiral galaxies like the Milky Way are common, their arms filled with bright young stars, glowing nebulae and dark lanes of dust. Each arm is like a garden, alive with birth and renewal, where new stars emerge even as old ones fade. Elliptical galaxies are different, rounder in shape, softer in glow, filled mostly with older stars. They shine more faintly, their colors warmer, their rhythm quieter, like an evening after a long day. Irregular galaxies carry no clear shape, their stars scattered unevenly, often formed by collisions or interactions with neighbors. Though less ordered, they are no less part of the cosmos's calm design, each finding its own balance in time. Galaxies do not exist alone. They gather into groups, clusters, and superclusters, bound by gravity across immense distances. Our Milky Way belongs to the local group, a family of galaxies including Andromeda, the Triangulum Galaxy, and dozens of smaller companions. Together they drift through space, their stars shining softly, their motions unfolding across billions of years. Beyond, these groups belong to the Virgo supercluster, which itself is part of even larger filaments of structure, stretching across the universe like delicate threads. When galaxies meet, they do not clash like stones but merge in long dances. Over billions of years, their stars pass one another without collision, their structures blending, their arms reshaping into new forms. Our Milky Way and Andromeda, the nearest large galaxy to us, are on such a path. In about 4 billion years they will drift into one another, merging into a new galaxy sometimes called Milkomeda. The process will be slow and graceful, unfolding over timescales beyond comprehension, a reminder that even great changes in the cosmos happen with patience and calm. The light of galaxies carries their memory across space. Some we see as they were millions of years ago, others as they were billions. The Andromeda Galaxy, though visible to the naked eye on dark nights, lies more than 2 million light-years away. The light we see tonight left its stars long before humans walked the earth. To gaze upon it is to look into deep history, to see both distance and time layered within its glow. Galaxies are also homes of mystery. At their centers lie supermassive black holes, quiet anchors around which stars orbit. These black holes do not consume recklessly but hold their galaxies together, their gravity shaping motion across vast scales. The Milky Way's central black hole, Sagittarius A*, is such an anchor. Though hidden from sight, its influence guides the stars around it, weaving invisible order into the galaxy's calm rotation. To imagine galaxies fully, picture standing beneath a night sky so clear that the Milky Way glows brightly overhead. Its river of light arcs across the darkness, a soft reminder of the billions of stars that share our cosmic home. Now imagine stepping outside our galaxy, looking back at it from afar. You see a spiral of light turning slowly, drifting among countless others, each a lantern glowing across the vast sea of space. In such a vision, the universe becomes a calm ocean, galaxies its islands, each steady, each enduring. The patience of galaxies teaches us humility. Their rotations take hundreds of millions of years, their interactions billions. They are shaped not by moments but by ages, their beauty unfolding far beyond human timescales. To reflect on them is to let go of haste, to find peace in knowing that the cosmos does not hurry, that balance is always restored, that change comes slowly but steadily. And from galaxies, the story flows outward once more, into the clusters and filaments that connect them, the great cosmic web that stretches across the universe. For just as stars gather into galaxies, galaxies gather into larger structures, patterns so vast that they reveal the universe not as chaos but as harmony on the grandest scale. From the soft glow of galaxies, our gaze expands to something even larger. The cosmic web, the vast network of clusters, filaments, and voids that stretch across the universe. If galaxies are islands, then the cosmic web is the ocean that arranges them, weaving them into patterns so immense that no single galaxy can ever be seen apart from the whole. To reflect on this structure is to glimpse the universe as a single living fabric, its threads woven with patience, its spaces filled with silence. Clusters of galaxies are the first step in this larger pattern. Dozens, hundreds, even thousands of galaxies gather together, bound by gravity, their light glowing across distances of millions of light years. Within each cluster, galaxies orbit slowly, moving through space like lanterns drifting in a vast and quiet hall. Their interactions take billions of years, their motion steady, their presence enduring. To look at such a cluster is to see balance. Countless galaxies, each with billions of stars, all part of one greater whole. These clusters do not exist alone. They link together through filaments, long threads of galaxies and dark matter stretching across hundreds of millions of light years. These filaments form the scaffolding of the universe, delicate yet immense, connecting clusters into superclusters, superclusters into walls, and walls into the cosmic web itself. The pattern is intricate, like lace stretched across the void, too vast to fully comprehend yet filled with harmony. Between these filaments lie voids, vast regions almost empty of galaxies. These are the silent spaces of the cosmos, where matter is sparse, where light is faint. Yet even the voids are part of the pattern, giving shape to the web, providing contrast to the glowing filaments. The universe is not filled evenly but structured, arranged in a way that is both intricate and calm, complexity arising from simple forces over immense time. Our own galaxy belongs to this web. The Milky Way is part of the local group, which itself lies within the Virgo supercluster, which stretches into the larger Laniakea supercluster, spanning over 500 million light-years. Beyond even this, the filaments continue, linking us to structures so vast they defy imagination. And yet, all of it is connected, all of it moving with the same patience, all of it woven into the same silent harmony. What is most soothing about the cosmic web is its stability. Though galaxies move, though clusters drift, the overall pattern remains. The web itself is not destroyed but sustained, shaped by gravity and dark matter into forms that endure for billions of years. Even as stars are born and die, even as galaxies merge and change, the cosmic web remains, a framework steady across time. It is the universe's most patient design, a reminder that even amid change there is structure that lasts. Light reveals this web to us. When we look at galaxies across the sky, their distribution is not random. They cluster, align, and form filaments. By mapping their positions, astronomers can see the cosmic web unfold, threads stretching across the darkness, knots where clusters gather, vast voids in between. To see these maps is to see the universe as if from above, its patterns glowing faintly, its silence expressed in form. Imagine drifting far beyond galaxies, looking down upon the universe itself. You would see filaments of light stretching outward, clusters glowing at intersections, voids lying quietly between. The scale would be beyond measure, yet the pattern would feel familiar, like rivers winding across land, like roots spreading through soil, like threads woven into cloth. The universe, on its grandest scale, mirrors the quiet patterns of nature, a reflection of harmony written everywhere. The cosmic web also reminds us of connection. Our galaxy, small among billions, is still part of this structure. Every star we see, every planet we know, every life that exists, is tied into the same web as distant galaxies billions of light years away. We are not isolated, but part of the whole, participants in the same fabric of time and space. To know this is to feel less alone, to sense that even the most distant light is part of our home. The patience of the cosmic web humbles us. Its threads formed not in moments but over billions of years, as matter gathered, galaxies formed, and clusters grew. Its presence will endure for billions more, long after our sun has faded, long after Earth has changed. To reflect on it is to step outside the urgency of daily life, to rest in a timescale so vast that even worry dissolves, replaced by calm perspective. From the cosmic web, our journey flows naturally into the light that reveals it, the light that carries messages from distant stars and galaxies, traveling across space for millions or billions of years to reach us. For without light, the cosmos would remain unseen, its patterns hidden. Light is the gentle storyteller of the universe, patient and constant, guiding us to understand what lies in the silence of space. The vast structures of the cosmic web would remain hidden to us were it not for one patient companion, light. It is through light that the universe speaks, carrying its story across billions of years, whispering of stars, galaxies, and the beginning of time itself. To reflect on light is to reflect on memory, for every beam is a traveler, bringing us news not only of what is, but of what once was. Starlight is the most familiar of these messengers. Each night when we lift our eyes to the sky we are seeing the past. The light of the nearest stars took years to arrive. The glow of more distant ones began its journey thousands of years ago. Some of the stars we see tonight may no longer exist, yet their light continues, still traveling, still arriving. To gaze upon the stars is to gaze into history, to see time itself stretched across the heavens. The light of galaxies carries us even deeper. The Andromeda Galaxy, visible as a faint blur in the night sky, lies over 2 million light-years away. The light we see from it began before humans walked the Earth, before our ancestors carved tools or built fire. Other galaxies lie millions or billions of light-years farther still, their light beginning its journey before Earth itself was formed. When we look at them, we are not only seeing distance but age, the cosmos layering time upon space in a patient, endless flow. Light does not travel only in brightness, but also in faint whispers. The cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in the universe, is one such whisper. It is the afterglow of the Big Bang, the faint radiation left behind when the universe was only a few 100,000 years old. Though it now glows only in microwaves invisible to our eyes, we can detect it with instruments. It fills the entire sky evenly, a quiet reminder of the cosmos's earliest memory. To sense it is to touch the beginning, to hear the first echo of creation still present in the silence of today. Light also bends and stretches, carrying secrets within its journey. As galaxies move away from us in the expanding universe, their light stretches into longer wavelengths, shifting toward red. This redshift is a quiet signal of the cosmos's expansion, showing us that space itself is growing, that the distance between galaxies increases patiently with time. Light is more than glow, it is information, a record of motion, energy, and change. Even gravity can bend light, curving its path as it passes near massive objects. This effect, called gravitational lensing, allows us to see galaxies magnified and distorted, their images stretched into arcs and rings. These lenses are not imperfections but gifts, natural telescopes that let us peer deeper into the cosmos than we otherwise could. In this way, light becomes not only a messenger but a guide, revealing what would otherwise remain hidden. What is most soothing about light is its constancy. It travels at the same speed everywhere, carrying messages faithfully, never hurried, never late. Across billions of years and billions of light years, it endures. Its patience is unmatched, its persistence unbroken. To reflect on light is to reflect on loyalty, a traveler that never rests, a voice that never fades, a presence that carries truth across time. Imagine lying beneath a clear sky, looking up at starlight. Each point above you is a messenger, a beam of light that has crossed vast silence to meet your gaze. Some began their journey long before your life, long before your species, even long before your planet. Yet here it is, soft and steady, arriving in this moment. To realize this is to feel wonder, that even in the immensity of time, the universe reaches out gently, speaking in silence. Light also connects us to ourselves. The warmth of the sun on our skin, the glow of stars above, the colors of a nebula seen through a telescope, all are forms of light. Our eyes evolved to sense it, our lives depend on it, our spirits are lifted by it. Without light there would be no growth, no sight, no memory. With it, the universe becomes visible, its story told patiently, one photon at a time. The cosmos reminds us that while light reveals, it also requires darkness. Stars shine against night, galaxies glow against voids, the cosmic microwave background rests within the silence of space. Without shadow, light would not be seen. The two exist together, balance written into the very fabric of the universe. To find peace in light is to find peace in this balance, the harmony of glow and silence, presence and absence. From the patience of light, our journey flows into the rhythm of time itself, how the universe began, how it has expanded, and how its age is measured. For light is not only a messenger of distance but also a clock of the cosmos, marking its passage across billions of years, guiding us to understand the immensity of the universe's age and the patience of its unfolding. The story of the cosmos is, at its heart, a story of time. Every star, every galaxy, every beam of light is part of a rhythm that stretches across billions of years. To reflect on cosmic time is to let go of urgency, to rest within the knowledge that the universe unfolds patiently, step by step, moment by moment, without haste. Its age, its expansion, and its future all remind us that time is not something to be rushed but something to be trusted. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old. This number, immense beyond human experience, is measured not in guesses but in light. The cosmic microwave background, that faint afterglow of the Big Bang, carries the signature of the universe's early moments, like a snapshot of its infancy. By studying this glow, scientists can trace the universe's history, its expansion, and its age. The result is a picture of time that stretches far beyond our lives, a calm unfolding written into the very light of space. In its earliest moments, the universe was dense, hot, and filled with energy. As it expanded, it cooled, allowing particles to form, then atoms, then stars and galaxies. Over billions of years, structures grew slowly, guided by gravity, shaped by dark matter, spread by dark energy. Each stage took immense spans of time, yet none were rushed. The universe grew as it was meant to, step by step, from simplicity into complexity, from silence into light. To put this age into perspective, consider Earth. Our planet formed about 4.6 billion years ago, already ancient to us, yet only a third of the universe's age. Life on Earth began billions of years ago, but humans appeared only recently, a fraction of cosmic time. Civilizations, histories, and lifetimes are but brief moments compared to the patience of stars, the calm of galaxies, the endurance of the cosmos itself. To see our place in this scale is not to feel small, but to feel connected, a part of something vast and enduring. The expansion of the universe is another rhythm of time. Since the Big Bang, galaxies have been moving apart, carried by space itself stretching. This expansion is not hurried but steady, continuing across billions of years. We measure it by observing redshift, the stretching of light as galaxies drift away. The farther a galaxy, the more its light is stretched, the older the story it carries. Each observation is a reminder that time flows not only on Earth but across the entire cosmos, everywhere, always, without pause. Expansion also means that the universe has a future as vast as its past. In billions of years, galaxies beyond our local group will drift so far that their light will no longer reach us. The night sky will change slowly, stars fading from view, the cosmos growing emptier to our eyes. Yet even then the rhythm will continue. Stars will still be born, galaxies will still drift, black holes will still shape space. The universe's patience does not end, it only shifts into new chapters, new balances, new silences. What is most soothing about cosmic time is its constancy. While our days feel hurried, while our lives seem brief, the cosmos reminds us that patience is natural, that endurance is the way of all things. A star takes millions of years to form, billions to shine, billions more to fade. Galaxies take billions of years to rotate, billions more to merge. Even the universe itself has taken billions of years to reach the present moment. Nothing is rushed, nothing hurried. Everything moves in rhythm. Imagine sitting by a quiet river, watching its waters flow. The current moves steadily, carrying leaves, ripples, reflections. You know it has been flowing long before you arrived, and it will continue long after you leave. The river's time is larger than your own, yet you are part of it while you sit beside it. Cosmic time is like this, vast, steady, endless. We are part of it for a moment, and that moment is enough, for it connects us to eternity. The age of the universe reminds us of perspective. Our worries, though real, are brief compared to billions of years. Our days, though busy, are short compared to the patience of stars. To reflect on cosmic time is to let go of urgency, to rest in the knowledge that the universe is unhurried, that life flows as it should, that balance always returns. The cosmos is not concerned with haste, it unfolds as it must, in silence and calm. From the rhythm of time, the story flows into the worlds beyond our own, the exoplanets that circle distant stars, the new Earths that may lie hidden among the billions of suns. For as the universe ages, it does not only expand and cool, it also creates places of possibility, quiet worlds waiting in silence, carrying the potential for life and reflection. Across the billions of stars in the cosmos, many are not alone. Around them circle planets, some small and rocky, some vast and gaseous, some frozen, some scorched. These exoplanets, as we call them, are distant worlds beyond our solar system, orbiting stars scattered across the Milky Way. To reflect on them is to reflect on possibility, on the patience of worlds forming, on the calm silence of planets circling endlessly in their quiet rhythms. The first confirmed discovery of an exoplanet came only a few decades ago in the 1990s. Since then, thousands have been found and more are discovered each year. They reveal a universe rich with diversity, far beyond what we once imagined. Some orbit so close to their stars that their surfaces glow with heat, while others drift in darkness, far from warmth, frozen yet steady. Each exoplanet is a reminder that worlds are not rare, but abundant, scattered across the galaxy like seeds in a vast and patient field. These planets are found using gentle methods, not by direct sight but by listening to their stars. Sometimes a planet passes in front of its star, dimming its light slightly, a soft signal of its presence. Sometimes a star wobbles faintly as a planet's gravity pulls on it. These subtle clues allow us to see what is invisible, to sense worlds across light years of space. The patience required mirrors the patience of the universe itself, watching carefully, listening quietly, finding truth in faint whispers of light. The diversity of exoplanets is extraordinary. Some are gas giants larger than Jupiter, orbiting so close to their stars that their years last only a few days. Others are rocky, like Earth, circling in what we call the habitable zone, where liquid water could exist. Some orbit two suns, rising and setting under twin skies. Others are rogue planets, drifting alone in darkness, untethered to any star, wandering silently across the galaxy. Each one carries its own rhythm, its own balance, its own quiet story written into its orbit. What is most calming about exoplanets is the thought of their silence. Imagine a world circling a distant star, its surface untouched, its skies filled with alien constellations. For millions or billions of years, it has turned steadily, day into night, season into season, without rush, without interruption. Whether barren or fertile, its patience is the same. A world simply existing, steady in its orbit, a companion to its star. Among these worlds we wonder if some might carry life. The ingredients are common: water, carbon, energy. If life could emerge on Earth, why not on countless other planets circling countless other suns? Perhaps forests grow beneath alien skies, or oceans ripple under unfamiliar constellations. Perhaps silence reigns with no life at all. Both possibilities are calming: the thought of company in the universe or the thought of vast peace across endless worlds. Exoplanets also remind us of Earth's place in the cosmos. For a long time we believed our planet was unique. Now we know it is one among many, special to us but not alone. This knowledge does not diminish Earth's beauty, it deepens it. Our world is part of a family, one thread in a tapestry of countless worlds, all circling, all enduring. To reflect on this is to feel connected, not isolated, part of a pattern that stretches far beyond our skies. Imagine standing on the surface of a distant exoplanet. The ground beneath you may be rock or ice, the air thick or thin, the sky glowing with two suns or none at all. Perhaps rings arc above like Saturn's, or moons circle close, their presence steady in the sky. Stars would fill the heavens but arranged differently, their constellations unfamiliar yet calming. Such a vision reminds us that the cosmos is full of places, each one steady, each one carrying its own silent rhythm. The patience of exoplanets mirrors the patience of the cosmos. Their orbits take days, years, centuries, or millennia, yet they continue unfailingly. Their silence is not emptiness but balance, their stillness not absence but presence. They exist, whether we see them or not, whether we visit them or not, their rhythms steady in the dark. To know this is to find peace, to rest in the knowledge that the universe is full of worlds, each turning slowly, each carrying possibility. From the story of exoplanets, our journey flows into the deeper question they raise, the question of life. For as we reflect on countless worlds circling countless stars, we naturally wonder if some may carry life, whether simple or complex, whether silent or aware. The next step of our journey leads us into this question, not to answer it with certainty, but to rest within the calm possibility that the cosmos may hold company, or that it may hold silence, each equally profound. When we reflect on the countless exoplanets circling countless stars, an inevitable question arises: could some of them carry life? The cosmos is vast, rich with possibilities, filled with the same elements that make life on Earth possible. Water, carbon, energy, these ingredients are common across the universe. And so the thought of life beyond Earth is not strange but natural, a calm wonder woven into the silence of the stars. Life on Earth began billions of years ago in conditions that seem simple: oceans, warmth, and chemistry. From small beginnings, it grew steadily, diversifying into forests, oceans, and skies filled with life. If life could begin here with no guidance but patience and chance, then perhaps it could also begin elsewhere, under alien suns in unfamiliar oceans, or beneath skies lit by 2 or 3 moons. Each possibility invites reflection, not of fear but of wonder, the quiet comfort that we may share the universe with unseen companions. Perhaps life beyond Earth is simple, microscopic, hidden within icy oceans or drifting in clouds of distant worlds. Even the smallest forms would be profound, for they would remind us that life is not unique to our world, but part of the universe's rhythm. Such life would endure silently, shaping its world with quiet persistence, just as microbes shaped Earth long before humans appeared. The patience of the cosmos makes this possible, for billions of years allow even the smallest spark to grow. Perhaps too there are more complex forms: forests of alien trees beneath red suns, oceans filled with creatures whose forms we cannot imagine, skies filled with wings or sails unlike anything on Earth. Such visions may seem fantastical, but they are rooted in possibility. Planets vary, stars differ, environments shift, and life, if it exists, would adapt patiently, finding balance in whatever form it must. Diversity would be natural, silence would be steady, and presence would be profound. And then there is the question of intelligence, of awareness. Could there be beings who look at their own skies, who wonder as we do whether they are alone? If so, then across light years of distance, other minds may be asking the same questions tonight, reflecting on their own stars, their own worlds, their own existence. The thought is calming, not frightening, for it suggests kinship. Not sameness, but shared wonder, shared reflection, shared presence in a universe too vast for any one species to hold alone. Yet if the cosmos is silent, if Earth is the only cradle of life, that truth too carries calm. For it reminds us how precious our planet is, how rare and fragile its balance. The forests, oceans, skies, and beings of Earth become even more meaningful when seen against the silence of the universe. Whether life is common or rare, the lesson is the same: to live with care, to cherish the presence we know, to find peace in the rhythms we share with this world. The search for life continues patiently. Telescopes scan exoplanets for signs of atmospheres, for hints of oxygen, methane, or water vapor. Instruments listen for faint signals, not of words but of patterns, energy that might hint at intelligence. Spacecraft explore our own solar system, searching for signs in the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn, or beneath the dust of Mars. Each search is not rushed but steady, unfolding over decades, guided by the same patience that life itself requires. Whether we find life elsewhere or not, the reflection itself is soothing. To wonder about life is to feel connected to the cosmos, to see ourselves not as isolated but as part of a greater question. The universe is not empty but filled with possibility, and possibility itself carries calm. In silence we find meaning, in absence we find presence, in wondering we find peace. Imagine standing on the shore of a distant ocean, beneath an alien sky. Moons rise and set, stars glow in unfamiliar constellations, and the water laps steadily at your feet. Perhaps life stirs in its depths, unseen but patient, or perhaps it rests in silence, waiting for a future spark. In either case, the scene is tranquil, a reminder that existence itself is profound, whether shared or solitary. The question of life beyond Earth is less about answers and more about perspective. It invites us to see the cosmos not as empty but as full of mystery, not as silent but as patient. It teaches us humility, reminding us that we are part of something larger than ourselves. And it teaches us gratitude, reminding us to cherish the life we know, the life we are, the life we see each day on this fragile planet. From the possibility of life, our journey flows naturally into the cycles of renewal that sustain the cosmos. The way stars and planets form, fade, and form again, the way galaxies drift and merge, the way the universe itself expands and balances. For life, whether here or elsewhere, is part of these greater cycles, carried along in the calm rhythm of the cosmos. The universe is not static. It is a place of cycles, of beginnings and endings that are never truly separate, but always connected. Stars are born, live long lives, and release their elements back into space. Planets form, orbit steadily, and sometimes fall away, their matter recycled into new systems. Galaxies drift, merge, and reshape, yet remain part of the larger web. To reflect on these cycles is to find comfort, for they reveal a cosmos where nothing is wasted, where everything is transformed, where renewal always follows change. Consider the cycle of a star. It begins in a nebula, a cloud of gas and dust. Slowly, gravity gathers matter, ignites fusion, and a new sun is born. For billions of years, it shines steadily, sustaining its planets, guiding the rhythm of its system. Eventually, it changes, swelling into a giant, releasing its outer layers or collapsing into a remnant. Yet even in this transformation, its elements return to space, enriching clouds for new stars, new planets, new life. Each ending is also a beginning, each silence a preparation for new light. Planets too exist within cycles. Some form with their stars, enduring for billions of years in steady orbits. Others are torn apart by gravity, colliding with neighbors, or drifting into darkness as rogue wanderers. Yet their matter is never lost. Dust from collisions feeds new worlds. Comets deliver water and carbon to young planets. Moons form from impacts, stabilizing orbits, guiding tides. Every change is part of a larger balance, every shift a contribution to the ongoing rhythm of the cosmos. Galaxies carry cycles on even grander scales. Spirals form, stars gather, arms glow with birth and renewal. Over billions of years, galaxies interact, pulling on one another, merging into new shapes. Their stars do not collide, but their structures shift, their forms blend, their centers grow stronger. From two galaxies, one emerges, different but balanced, steady in its new existence. Even collisions are not chaos but transformation, patient dances that unfold over ages, always restoring harmony. These cycles remind us that permanence is not the way of the universe. Change is. Yet change is never sudden, never hurried, never wasteful. It comes with patience, guided by gravity, light, and time. To see this is to see calm in motion, to know that nothing is truly lost, that every presence is transformed, every silence carries seeds of renewal. The earth itself carries this truth. Our planet formed from the dust of earlier stars, enriched by their elements, shaped by collisions, cooled by time. Life arose, evolved, and continues in cycles of its own: birth, growth, death, renewal. Forests grow, decay, and regrow. Oceans rise and fall. Even civilizations follow rhythms of creation, decline, and rebirth. We too are part of these cycles, bound by the same laws, carried by the same patience. What is most soothing about cosmic cycles is their assurance. They show us that endings are not final, that silence is not absence, that renewal always follows. Stars give way to new stars. Galaxies blend into new galaxies. The universe itself expands, cools, and prepares for futures we can only imagine. Nothing is wasted, nothing disappears, all is transformed, all is carried forward. Imagine standing in a quiet field at night. Above you, stars shine steadily, some young, some ancient, some already gone yet still visible in their light. You realize that each one is part of a cycle, born from silence, shining in presence, fading into renewal. The galaxies beyond, too distant to see, carry the same rhythm, weaving light and silence into patterns that endure. In that moment you feel calm, knowing that you are part of this balance, that your life too is a note in the song of cycles. Cosmic cycles also teach humility. They remind us that our presence is brief compared to the ages of stars, yet still meaningful. The atoms in our bodies were forged in ancient suns, recycled through nebulae, carried into Earth, and gathered into life. We are products of cycles billions of years long, participants in rhythms older than memory. To reflect on this is to feel belonging, to know that we are not outside the cosmos but expressions of its endless patience. From cycles, our journey flows naturally into the unseen forces that guide them: gravity shaping orbits, dark matter cradling galaxies, dark energy stretching space. For behind every transformation lies the quiet influence of these presences, steady and invisible, ensuring that the universe moves not in chaos but in harmony. Every cycle of the cosmos, stars forming, galaxies drifting, planets circling, is guided by forces we cannot see. They do not shout or blaze but move silently, shaping the universe with patience. Gravity, dark matter, and dark energy are the hidden hands of creation, weaving order into change, ensuring that even in vast silence there is balance. To reflect on them is to feel calm, for they show us that presence need not be visible to be powerful, that guidance can be quiet, steady, and unseen. Gravity is the most familiar of these forces. It holds us gently to the earth, guides the moon in its orbit, keeps planets circling the sun. Yet gravity's reach extends far beyond our daily lives. It binds stars into galaxies, galaxies into clusters, clusters into the cosmic web. It sculpts the paths of comets, the shapes of galaxies, the dances of colliding systems. What feels ordinary beneath our feet is, in truth, the very thread of the universe, weaving all things into connection. The patience of gravity is unmatched. It works slowly, steadily, never hurried. A star's birth takes millions of years, guided by gravity pulling gas and dust together. A galaxy's merger unfolds over billions, its stars drifting past one another in a long, graceful dance. Even the orbit of our Earth, so familiar and constant, is the product of gravity's quiet persistence. To reflect on gravity is to reflect on endurance, a force that never rests, never falters but always guides. Yet gravity alone cannot explain all we see. Galaxies spin too quickly to hold together with visible matter alone. Stars on their edges move as though held by something unseen, a silent presence cradling them. This is dark matter, invisible to our eyes, yet revealed in its effects. It does not shine or reflect, yet it makes up most of the universe's mass. It is the quiet scaffolding on which galaxies hang, the unseen foundation that steadies their light. Dark matter reminds us that much of what is essential is unseen. Just as roots nourish a tree from underground, dark matter supports the cosmos from shadows. We cannot touch it or see it, yet its presence is undeniable. It holds galaxies in shape, it guides clusters, it bends light itself. To imagine dark matter is to imagine a silent guardian, invisible yet faithful, steady across billions of years. And beyond even dark matter lies dark energy, a mystery greater still. While gravity pulls, dark energy pushes. It stretches space itself, driving the universe's expansion. Without it, galaxies would slow, clusters would collapse. Instead, space grows, accelerating gently, carrying galaxies farther apart. Dark energy makes up most of the cosmos, yet we know almost nothing of its nature. It is not matter, not light, not force as we usually understand. It is presence without form, influence without face, silence with reach. What is most soothing about dark energy is its patience. Its effect is not sudden but steady, shaping the cosmos over billions of years. It does not tear or break but stretches, gently guiding the universe into futures we can only imagine. Though we do not understand it, we can feel peace in knowing that the cosmos itself carries forces beyond our comprehension, that mystery is not chaos but balance we have yet to name. Together, these forces form the hidden architecture of the universe. Gravity binds, dark matter supports, dark energy expands. Each plays its role, each part of the same harmony. Stars shine, planets orbit, galaxies drift, all within their quiet guidance. To reflect on them is to realize that the universe is not random, but ordered, not frantic, but calm. Its hidden hands move with patience, weaving structure into silence. Imagine floating in deep space, far from any star. Around you, galaxies glow faintly, threads of light stretching into the distance. You cannot see gravity, yet it holds them in place. You cannot see dark matter, yet it steadies their forms. You cannot see dark energy, yet it carries them outward. You are surrounded by invisibility, yet it is strong, it is steady, it is patient. In this vision, the unseen feels less like mystery and more like comfort, the quiet assurance that all things are held. These hidden forces remind us of truths in our own lives. Much of what shapes us is unseen: memory, resilience, patience, love. They cannot be touched, yet they guide us. They are invisible, yet they hold us steady, carry us forward, shape our paths. The cosmos reflects this truth back to us, showing us that invisibility does not mean absence, that the unseen can be the most enduring of all. From the hidden forces, our journey flows naturally into the vast structures they create, not just galaxies and clusters but the entire fabric of the universe, expanding outward in time, carrying with it the calm question of where it is headed. For just as cycles shape the present, so too does expansion shape the future, guiding the cosmos into destinies written in patience and silence. The cosmos has carried us through its past, from the first light of stars to the vast webs of galaxies, guided quietly by gravity, dark matter, and dark energy. Now, let us turn toward the future, not tomorrow or the next millennium but the vast times ahead, stretching across trillions of years. To reflect on the universe's future is to step into patience itself, to rest in the knowledge that change continues always, yet never hurried, never wasted, always balanced. In the near future, near only in cosmic terms, our own Milky Way will merge with Andromeda. This great meeting for billion years from now will not be a clash but a dance. Their stars will pass by one another without collision, their arms will twist and blend, their central black holes will spiral together. Over billions of years, the two galaxies will become one, larger and calmer, their light glowing softly across the dark. Earth may no longer exist then, but the process will continue, patient and steady, guided by gravity's gentle pull. Far beyond that, stars themselves will begin to fade. Massive stars live quickly, burning out after only millions of years. Smaller ones, like our Sun, endure longer, billions of years before their light fades. Red dwarfs, the smallest and most common stars, will shine for trillions of years, glowing faintly in patience. As time moves forward, galaxies will grow quieter, their brightest stars fading, their skies filling with softer, cooler light. The universe will not end in sudden darkness, but in a slow, gentle dimming, as stars exhaust their fuel one by one. Even as stars fade, their remnants will endure. White dwarfs will glow faintly for billions of years before cooling into black dwarfs. Neutron stars will persist, silent and dense, their presence lasting long after their light is gone. Black holes will remain as anchors, shaping space for countless ages, their gravity steady, their silence deep. The cosmos will grow quieter but not empty, its presence is enduring in patience, even as light becomes rare. Dark energy, that quiet force stretching space, will continue its work. Galaxies beyond our local group will drift farther and farther away, their light redshifting into invisibility. In trillions of years, only the galaxies bound to us will remain visible, a small island of stars adrift in vast silence. The larger universe will still exist, but it will recede beyond our sight, carried gently by expansion, hidden in darkness. And yet, even in this distant future, balance remains. Stars will still form for a time, planets will still orbit, black holes will still anchor galaxies. The cycles will continue, though slower, quieter, fainter. The universe will not rush toward its end, but drift steadily, always patient, always calm. To reflect on this is to realize that even endings in the cosmos are not abrupt but stretched across ages, too vast for worry, too gentle for fear. Some imagine ultimate fates, the heat death, where the universe expands until no usable energy remains, leaving only silence. The big crunch, where expansion halts and reverses, bringing everything back together. The big rip, where dark energy grows so strong that even galaxies and atoms are pulled apart. Each is a possibility, each rooted in mystery, each a reminder that the future is vast beyond our knowing. Yet all share the same rhythm, patience, time, balance. No ending comes in haste, no silence without preparation. There is calm in these reflections. Whether the universe expands forever or one day folds back into itself, the timescales are beyond measure. Stars will live and die, galaxies will drift and merge, cycles will continue, all in silence. We are here for only a moment, yet that moment is part of this greater story, a brief presence in a universe of endurance. To know this is to feel perspective, to rest in the knowledge that time is larger than fear, that patience is the true nature of existence. Imagine standing at the edge of time, gazing into a sky where only faint red stars remain. The cosmos is quieter, cooler, slower. Yet still there is balance, stars glowing faintly, planets orbiting steadily, black holes anchoring patiently. Even in silence, the universe endures. Even in darkness, presence remains. In such a vision, the end is not chaos but calm, not terror but stillness, not absence but transformation. The future of the cosmos reminds us to live with patience. Our lives are brief compared to billions of years, yet they carry the same rhythm: beginnings, growth, endings, renewal. Just as stars shine and fade, so too do we. And just as stars give their elements back to the universe, so too do we return, our presence never wasted, always part of the whole. To reflect on the universe's future is to find peace in our own, to see that nothing is final, that all is part of balance. From here, the journey flows into reflection on gravity's ultimate anchors, black holes. For in the deep future, when stars fade and galaxies quiet, black holes may remain as the last guardians of the cosmos, their silent presence stretching time itself. To understand them more deeply is to understand patience on the most profound scale, the calm endurance of the universe written into its darkest hearts. As we look toward the far future of the cosmos, one presence stands out as both mysterious and enduring: black holes. These silent anchors, born from collapsed stars or dwelling at the centers of galaxies, are the last guardians of structure in the universe. When stars fade, when galaxies grow dim, black holes will remain, their gravity steady, their patience unmatched. To reflect on them is to step into the calm endurance of time itself, where even silence stretches across unimaginable ages. Black holes are formed when massive stars end their lives. After burning through their fuel, their cores collapse under gravity, compressing matter into a region so dense that not even light can escape. What remains is not an object in the usual sense but a horizon. An event horizon, the boundary beyond which nothing can return. Though invisible, black holes reveal themselves through their effects, the way they bend light, guide stars, and anchor galaxies. At the heart of nearly every galaxy lies a supermassive black hole. The Milky Way, called Sagittarius A*, contains millions of times the mass of our Sun. Around it, stars orbit with calm precision, completing their paths over thousands of years, their motion guided by a presence unseen. These central black holes are like quiet guardians, holding galaxies in shape, influencing without force, steady across billions of years. In the far future, when stars grow scarce, black holes will dominate the cosmos. They will persist long after white dwarfs cool into darkness, long after neutron stars fade, long after galaxies lose their light. Their gravity will still shape space, their presence still bend time. Even in a universe grown dim, black holes will remain, silent and patient, carrying the memory of the cosmos in their depths. Yet even black holes are not eternal. Over vast timescales, they slowly release energy in the form of what we call Hawking radiation. This process is so faint it has never been observed directly, yet theory suggests it is real. Over trillions upon trillions of years, black holes will evaporate, shrinking gradually, until they vanish in quiet bursts of energy. Their disappearance will be slow, patient, a final whisper at the end of unimaginable time. To imagine this is to imagine the last chapters of the cosmos. In an age when galaxies have long merged, when stars have long faded, when even matter itself has thinned into silence, black holes will still exist, steady presences in the dark. One by one they will evaporate, leaving behind only faint radiation, the last trace of the universe's endurance. The end will not come in haste or violence, but in quiet patience, a soft return to silence. What is most calming about black holes is their humility. Though they are among the most powerful structures in the universe, they are also the most silent. They do not roar endlessly but hold. They do not consume all but balance. They exist quietly, shaping time and space without haste. To reflect on them is to see strength in stillness, power in silence, presence in invisibility. Imagine drifting safely near a black hole, not crossing its horizon, but circling at a distance where its gravity guides you. The stars around bend into arcs, light curving gently, time flowing strangely. Yet there is no chaos, only calm. You feel the weight of presence, the silence of patience, the immensity of endurance. In such a vision, black holes are not terrors but reminders that strength can be quiet, that power can be patient, that silence can be profound. As the universe ages, black holes will become fewer, their evaporation slowly reducing their numbers. In the end, the cosmos may become a place of faint particles, weak radiation, and silence. Yet even then their role will remain, anchors of memory, guardians of balance, steady presences that carried the universe through its longest chapters. Their disappearance will be the last note in the cosmos's song, a final return to silence after trillions of years. The presence of black holes teaches us about transformation. Even the most powerful forms are not eternal, yet their influence shapes everything that follows. They remind us that endings are not sudden, but patient, that silence is not absence, but continuation. In their endurance and in their eventual fading, they reflect the deepest truth of the cosmos, that change is the only constant, that balance always remains, that patience is the way of time. From the endurance of black holes, our journey flows naturally into the mysteries of the unseen, dark matter and dark energy once more, and the way they may shape the ultimate fate of the cosmos. For as black holes fade, it is these invisible presences that will guide what remains, carrying the universe into silence or renewal, depending on rhythms we have yet to understand. As we follow the cosmos into its farthest futures, the question arises, what will become of everything? Stars will fade, galaxies will merge, black holes will endure and eventually evaporate. But beyond even those times, what lies ahead? The fate of the universe is not yet certain, but the possibilities are profound, each one a reflection of patience, each one carrying calm in its vastness. One possibility is the heat death of the universe. In this future, expansion continues forever, driven by dark energy, until all galaxies drift beyond sight. Stars burn out, planets grow cold, black holes evaporate, and all energy spreads evenly across space. There would be no great fire, no sudden end, only a gradual cooling, a gentle dimming until the universe is silent. This silence is not chaos but balance. Every process would finish, every presence transformed, everything resting in stillness. The universe would remain quiet and infinite, its work complete. Another possibility is the Big Crunch. In this scenario, expansion slows, then reverses as gravity eventually overcomes dark energy. Galaxies would begin to draw together, stars would grow brighter from compression, and the universe would contract. In the end, everything would return to a single point, the mirror of its beginning. From this, perhaps, another universe could emerge, the cycle beginning anew. The Big Crunch is not destruction but renewal, a return to silence before the next unfolding of light. A third possibility is the Big Rip. Here, dark energy grows stronger over time, stretching space more and more until even galaxies, stars, and atoms are torn apart. This vision is more dramatic, yet still part of the same truth. The cosmos is guided by forces beyond our control, and its fate is written in patience. Even in a rip, the process would unfold over billions of years, each stage gentle in its immensity, too vast to fear, too patient to rush. There are other possibilities too, futures shaped by unknown physics, by mysteries not yet understood. Perhaps dark energy will change, fading or reversing. Perhaps other dimensions influence our universe in ways unseen. Perhaps time itself carries cycles beyond our imagining, universes rising and falling like waves. Each possibility reminds us of humility, that even with all we know, the cosmos holds mysteries greater than our sight. What is most soothing in all these visions is their timescale. No fate comes soon, no ending arrives quickly. The universe moves at its own pace, measured not in years or centuries, but in billions and trillions of years. Our lives are brief compared to these spans, yet they are part of the same story. To reflect on cosmic fate is to feel perspective, to realize that worry is small, that time is vast, that the universe carries patience beyond measure. Imagine standing in the far future, beneath a sky where only faint red stars remain. The night is quieter, the galaxies fewer, yet there is still balance. Light glows softly, planets turn slowly, black holes anchor silently. You know that endings will come, but not in chaos, in stillness, in silence, in balance. The cosmos will not vanish but transform, shifting into whatever form patience requires. These possible fates remind us that endings are natural. Stars end, planets end, galaxies end, even universes may end. Yet every ending is also a transition, a step in a greater rhythm. Whether the cosmos fades, collapses, or renews, it does not erase what came before. Light has already traveled, stars have already shone, life has already existed. The memory of these presences is written into time, carried forward even as forms change. Nothing is truly lost, all is transformed. The fate of the cosmos also reflects truths within ourselves. Just as universes may end, so too do our lives. Yet just as the universe transforms, so too do we. The atoms of our bodies will one day return to Earth, to stars, to silence, to renewal. We are part of the same rhythm, part of the same patience, part of the same balance. To accept this is not to fear endings but to find peace in them, to rest in the knowledge that nothing is wasted, nothing is gone, everything is carried forward. From the fate of the cosmos, our journey flows naturally into reflection. For whether the universe ends in heat, crunch, or rip, what remains is the same, the calm truth that existence is patient, that balance endures, that silence is profound. The cosmos is not only science but also a mirror, showing us lessons about time, resilience, and peace. To close our journey, we must gather these lessons, holding them gently, letting them rest within us as quietly as the stars. As we have wandered through the cosmos, its stars, galaxies, black holes, and futures, a deeper truth has emerged. The universe is not only a collection of facts and forces, it is also a teacher. Its vastness, its patience, its silence all carry lessons for us, if we are willing to listen. To reflect on the cosmos is to reflect on ourselves, to see in its rhythms the same truths that guide our lives: patience, balance, resilience, and calm. The first lesson is patience. Stars do not rush to ignite, they gather slowly over millions of years before shining. Galaxies do not collide in violence but in dances lasting billions of years. Even the expansion of the universe itself is a steady unfolding, patient and constant. To look at the cosmos is to be reminded that time is generous, that growth is slow, that endurance is natural. Our lives may feel hurried, yet the stars remind us that patience is strength, that the best rhythms unfold without haste. The second lesson is balance. The cosmos is filled with contrasts: light and darkness, presence and absence, motion and stillness. Yet none erase the other. Instead they coexist, woven into harmony. Stars shine because darkness frames them. Galaxies move outward even as gravity holds them together. Life exists on Earth not in spite of balance but because of it. To reflect on the universe is to reflect on balance within ourselves, to find harmony between action and rest, between striving and stillness, between presence and silence. The third lesson is resilience. Stars endure scars, collapse, and transform, yet their matter becomes the seeds of new suns. Galaxies change shape, yet their light continues. Even black holes, though mysterious, eventually release their energy, returning to silence. The cosmos endures challenge not by resisting change but by transforming through it. This resilience mirrors our own, the quiet strength to recover, to heal, to continue. The universe teaches us that scars are not endings, but signs of survival, that endings are not loss but renewal. The fourth lesson is calm. Despite its scale, the universe does not rush. Its motions are steady, its rhythms vast. Stars orbit quietly, planets turn patiently, galaxies drift slowly. Even the most dramatic events, supernovae, mergers, black holes, unfold across time so long they feel still. To reflect on this calm is to carry it within ourselves, to breathe more slowly, to rest more deeply, to let go of urgency. The universe shows us that peace is not absence but presence, not emptiness but balance. These lessons do not come as commands but as reflections. The cosmos does not speak, yet it whispers through its patience. It does not demand, yet it teaches through its balance. It does not rush, yet it guides us toward calm. To look at the stars is to feel perspective, to know that our lives, though brief, are part of something vast and enduring. We are not separate from the universe, but expressions of it, children of its light, participants in its rhythm. Imagine lying beneath the night sky, the Milky Way stretching above in soft glow. Each star is a reminder of patience, each galaxy a reminder of balance, each silence a reminder of calm. You breathe slowly, matching the rhythm of the cosmos, feeling your own life as part of its story. In that moment, you are no longer hurried, no longer small, no longer alone. You are part of the whole, as enduring as starlight, as patient as time. Reflection also invites gratitude. The atoms in your body were forged in stars, scattered by supernovae, gathered by Earth, and shaped into life. You are literally made of the cosmos, your presence the result of cycles billions of years long. To know this is to feel wonder, to see life not as ordinary but as extraordinary, a gift of patience, a gift of balance, a gift of endurance. The cosmos reminds us to cherish this, to live gently, to find peace in the knowledge that we are part of something so vast. From reflection, our journey flows toward closing, to gather all that we have seen and let it rest, like starlight settling on still water. For the cosmos, though immense, is not overwhelming when approached with calm. It is a lullaby, a rhythm, a quiet guide into rest. Its facts are not noise but music, its silences are not emptiness but comfort. To end this journey is not to leave the cosmos, but to carry it within, a steady presence in our own thoughts and breaths. After wandering through stars, galaxies, black holes, and the vast future of the universe, our reflection gently returns to Earth. Our home, our vantage point, our small yet extraordinary world within the cosmos. To see Earth not only as a planet but as part of the universe is to see its deeper meaning. Our world is not separate from the stars. It is made of them, shaped by the same cycles, guided by the same forces. In the grand fabric of the cosmos, Earth is both tiny and precious, steady in its orbit, glowing with the gift of life. From a distance, Earth appears as a blue dot, fragile and luminous, wrapped in clouds, surrounded by darkness. The famous pale blue dot photograph taken by Voyager 1 from billions of kilometers away shows our planet as nothing more than a faint point of light. Yet within that point are forests, oceans, mountains, and every life that has ever existed. To see Earth this way is to feel both humility and wonder, humility at its smallness, wonder at its richness. It is a reminder that our home, though small in the universe, is immense in meaning. Earth's place in the cosmos is shaped by balance. Its orbit lies within the sun's habitable zone, where warmth allows liquid water to flow. Its tilted axis creates seasons, spreading sunlight gently across the globe. Its moon steadies its rotation, guiding tides, balancing motion. Its magnetic field shields life from solar winds, its atmosphere shelters and warms, its cycles of water and carbon sustain growth. Every detail is balanced, every presence necessary, every rhythm part of the same harmony. The materials of Earth, too, connected to the cosmos. The iron in its core, the silicon in its rocks, the oxygen in its air, all were forged in ancient stars. The carbon in our bodies, the calcium in our bones, the nitrogen in our breath, all were released by supernovae long before Earth formed. Our planet is not only a world but a gathering of the cosmos's history, a cradle of life built from stardust, enriched by cycles billions of years long. To walk on Earth is to walk on the cosmos itself, condensed into soil, stone, and water. What is most soothing about Earth's place is its steadiness. For billions of years, it has circled the sun, its days marked by rotation, its years by orbit. Generations of life have risen and fallen, yet Earth's rhythm remains patient and calm. The oceans still rise and fall with tides, the forests still grow and renew, the mountains still stand in silence. Even as change shapes its surface, the deeper rhythms continue, steady as breath, constant as stars. Earth is also our perspective on the cosmos. From here we look outward, building telescopes, sending spacecraft, listening to light across billions of years. Yet even as we gaze outward, the cosmos reflects back inward, reminding us of our connection. The stars we see are our ancestors, the galaxies we map are our neighbors, the universe we study is our origin. Earth is not an observer apart from the cosmos, but a participant within it, carrying consciousness that reflects upon its own place. Imagine drifting above Earth, seeing its surface from space. You watch clouds drift over oceans, continents glow in sunlight, cities flicker faintly at night. From here, no borders are visible, no divisions exist. Earth is whole, a single world, small yet radiant. Around it stretches darkness, filled with stars, galaxies, and silence. To see Earth this way is to feel peace, to realize that our home, though fragile, is also part of something vast, cradled in the patience of the universe. Earth's place in the cosmos also teaches us gratitude. Life as far as we know is rare. Amid billions of galaxies and countless stars, we know of only one planet with forests, oceans, and beings who wonder. Whether life exists elsewhere or not, Earth's life is extraordinary, a unique expression of the universe's cycles. To live here is to be part of a miracle of balance, a reminder that our presence is both fragile and precious. The lesson of Earth's place is humility and care. We are small in the cosmos, yet significant in our connection. Our lives are brief, yet they carry the same elements as stars, the same rhythms as galaxies, the same patience as the universe. To cherish Earth is to cherish the cosmos itself, for our world is its reflection, its balance made tangible, its silence made fertile, its patience made alive. From Earth's place, our journey flows naturally into reflection on perspective. How looking outward into the cosmos changes the way we see inward, how the vastness of space brings clarity to our own lives, teaching us to live gently, patiently, and with calm. To look into the cosmos is not only to see what lies beyond, but also to see ourselves more clearly. The vastness of the universe, its patience, and its balance change the way we view our own lives. Perspective is the quiet gift of starlight, a reminder that while we are small in scale, we are large in meaning, connected deeply to the rhythms of all things. When we gaze at the stars, we see time stretched across the sky. Each point of light began its journey long before we were here to receive it. Some of the stars we see tonight no longer exist, yet their light still arrives, carrying memory across space. This perspective reminds us that presence is layered, that our moment is brief but part of a continuum, that even when something ends, its influence remains. Just as starlight persists, so too do our own acts, small but enduring in ways we cannot always see. The vastness of galaxies also offers perspective. Billions of stars exist in each one, billions of galaxies exist in the universe, yet we live within only one. Our worries, though pressing, become lighter when placed against this scale. Perspective does not erase them, but it softens them, reminding us that life is larger, time is longer, and existence is patient. In this way, the cosmos becomes a gentle mirror, showing us not insignificance, but proportion, not emptiness, but balance. Earth itself gains meaning from this view. From space, our planet appears whole. Oceans and continents, clouds and light, one world without visible divisions. Borders, conflicts, and differences vanish when seen from afar. Perspective reminds us that we share this planet, that we are bound together not only by land and water but by starlight, gravity, and time. To carry this view is to carry peace, to see humanity not as separate pieces but as one presence within the universe's harmony. Perspective also brings humility. The universe is ancient, billions of years old, while our species has existed for only a brief moment. Civilizations, histories, and lifetimes are but flickers compared to the patience of stars. Yet humility is not diminishment. Instead, it is freedom. Freedom to let go of haste, freedom to find peace in smallness, freedom to know that meaning lies not in size but in connection. To be part of the cosmos, however small, is to be part of something infinite. Imagine standing on a quiet hillside, looking at the Milky Way stretching across the night sky. Its glow is faint but vast, countless stars blending into soft light. You feel small beneath it, yet not alone. The stars above are not separate from you. They are part of you, their elements within your body, their light within your sight. In that moment, perspective shifts. You are no longer just one person looking out but part of the very universe you observe. Perspective also guides us toward gentleness. When we see ourselves as part of the cosmos, we understand the need to live with care. Our actions affect not only our lives but the balance of our planet, the harmony of our world. To live gently is to honor our connection, to align our small rhythms with the larger rhythms of the earth and the stars. The cosmos teaches us that balance endures, but it also teaches us to cherish the fragile beauty of the present. The patience of the universe encourages us to slow down. Stars live for billions of years, galaxies drift for trillions, the cosmos unfolds across times beyond measure. Against this, our urgency softens. Perspective allows us to breathe more deeply, to let go of haste, to see our moments as part of a larger whole. It does not diminish the importance of our lives, but it steadies them, grounding them in the rhythm of the cosmos. Perspective brings gratitude as well. To live in a universe filled with stars and galaxies is a gift. To live on a planet where life exists is a rarity. To be aware of these truths, to reflect on them, is extraordinary. Gratitude grows naturally from perspective, turning worry into wonder, turning haste into patience, turning silence into peace. From perspective, our journey flows naturally into the stories we tell, how humanity has looked at the stars since the beginning, how myths and science alike have shaped our understanding, how the cosmos has always been a source of inspiration and calm. For perspective is not only scientific, it is also cultural, emotional, and timeless, a gift that has guided us for as long as we have looked up at the night sky. Since the beginning, humanity has looked to the night sky for meaning. Long before telescopes revealed galaxies, long before science measured stars, the cosmos spoke through stories. Myths, legends, and traditions arose from the patterns of light above, offering comfort, perspective, and guidance. These stories are not only cultural but deeply human, reflections of our desire to find calm and belonging beneath the vast silence of the stars. Every culture on Earth has named the constellations. In ancient Greece, Orion was a great hunter, his belt of stars marking his presence in the sky. In China, those same stars were part of the White Tiger of the West, a guardian of balance. In Native American traditions, constellations were tied to animals, seasons, and lessons about living in harmony. The same stars, seen by different eyes, became different stories, yet all carried the same truth. The night sky is a canvas for reflection, a reminder that we are part of something greater. The Milky Way itself has carried countless meanings. To the ancient Greeks, it was milk spilled across the heavens, the pathway of the gods. In Norse mythology, it was the road of souls. In some African traditions, it was ash scattered from a celestial fire. To indigenous peoples of the Americas, it was a river of light, guiding journeys across land and spirit. Each story reflected awe, each found calm in the same soft glow stretched across the sky. The moon, too, has been a mirror for human imagination. Its phases marked time, its light guided night travelers, its cycles inspired rituals. Some cultures saw a rabbit on its surface, others a man, others symbols of renewal. Its steady rhythm comforted generations, its presence a constant companion in the sky. Just as the sun shaped days, the moon shaped nights, balancing light and darkness with quiet patience. Even the planets, wandering lights among the stars, became figures of meaning. To the Babylonians they were gods moving across the heavens. To the Maya they were markers of cycles, their motions tied to calendars. To ancient astrologers they were influences on human fate. Though science later revealed them as worlds, their stories remain part of human culture, reminders that the cosmos has always guided reflection, whether through myth or measurement. These stories are soothing because they carry connection. They remind us that we are not the first to look upward in wonder. For thousands of years, humans have found calm in the stars, weaving their light into meaning. The myths may differ, but the experience is the same. To lie beneath the night sky, to feel the silence, to imagine our place within the universe. In that moment, we are united not only with the cosmos but with generations before us. Even today the cosmos inspires new stories. Science has not replaced wonder but deepened it. Where myths saw gods, science sees galaxies. Where stories saw spirits, we see starlight billions of years old. Yet the effect is the same. To learn that the atoms in our bodies were born in stars is as awe-inspiring as any legend. To know that galaxies drift like islands is as calming as any tale. The language has changed, but the meaning remains. The universe speaks and we listen, finding peace in its rhythm. What is most soothing about these stories is their universality. No matter the culture, no matter the time, humans have looked up and felt wonder. The cosmos does not belong to one people but to all. Its silence speaks across languages, its light carries across generations. The stories may differ in detail, but their essence is shared: awe, calm, connection. In this way the night sky is both personal and universal, intimate and infinite. Imagine sitting by a fire thousands of years ago, surrounded by others, looking up at the stars. Someone points, naming a constellation, telling its story. The flames flicker, the stars shimmer, and silence settles around you. The story soothes not because it explains but because it connects. Now imagine the same today, sitting under the same stars, sharing their stories with others. The connection is unchanged, the calm the same, the cosmos eternal. From myths and stories, our journey flows naturally into the role of science and exploration. How humanity has moved from telling stories about the stars to reaching for them, building telescopes, sending spacecraft, listening to the cosmos directly. For while myths comforted us in the past, exploration comforts us today, reminding us that curiosity is itself a kind of peace, a steady unfolding of understanding guided by patience. For as long as we have looked to the night sky, we have wondered what lies beyond. Myths gave us meaning, but curiosity led us further, to observe, to measure, to explore. Human exploration of the cosmos has been a calm, patient pursuit, unfolding across centuries, each step guided by wonder, each discovery deepening our connection to the universe. To reflect on this exploration is to see patience in action, the slow and steady unfolding of knowledge across generations. The first tools of exploration were simple. Ancient astronomers marked the positions of stars, tracked the motions of planets, and built calendars from the cycles of the heavens. Stone circles and observatories, from Stonehenge to Chichen Itza, aligned with solstices and equinoxes, showing how deeply the sky shaped human life. These early observations were not hurried but careful, built from years of watching, from listening to the rhythms of light and shadow. They remind us that knowledge begins not with haste but with patience. With the invention of the telescope in the 17th century, the cosmos came closer. Galileo looked at the moon and saw mountains and craters, proving it was a world, not a perfect sphere. He saw Jupiter's moons circling, Saturn's rings, and countless stars invisible to the naked eye. Each discovery expanded perspective, showing that Earth was not the center but part of a vast and balanced system. These revelations were gentle corrections, guiding humanity toward humility, teaching us to see ourselves within, not above, the cosmos. Since then, telescopes have grown larger and more powerful. They have revealed galaxies beyond count, nebulae glowing with color and planets orbiting distant stars. The Hubble Space Telescope, launched in 1990, has shown us the deep field, images filled with thousands of galaxies, each a universe of stars. To look at such images is to feel calm awe, to see infinity made visible, to realize that even in silence, the cosmos overflows with presence. Spacecraft have carried exploration further. The Voyager probes, launched in the 1970s, have traveled beyond our solar system, still sending faint signals back across billions of kilometers. Each carries a golden record with sounds and images of Earth, a quiet greeting to whatever beings may one day find them. The probes remind us of patience, their journeys lasting decades, their messages traveling for eternity, their presence steady in the silence of space. Other missions have landed on planets and moons. Rovers roll across Mars, listening to winds, studying rocks, sending images of alien landscapes. Probes have flown past Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, revealing storms, rings, and icy plains. Spacecraft have landed on comets, touched asteroids, sampled their dust. Each mission is a step outward, not rushed, not loud, but steady, humanity's quiet hand reaching gently into the cosmos. Exploration is not only about distance but about listening. Radio telescopes scan the skies for signals, both natural and perhaps artificial. They capture the whispers of pulsars, the echoes of cosmic background radiation, the faint hum of galaxies. These instruments remind us that the universe speaks softly, that its truths are carried in faint signals, that listening is as important as seeing. To reflect on this is to feel peace, that discovery requires stillness, patience, and attention. What is most soothing about exploration is its continuity. No single person, no single generation has uncovered the cosmos alone. Each builds on the work of those before, each passes knowledge to those after. It is a relay of patience, a chain of curiosity stretching across centuries. We are participants in this chain, carrying the torch of wonder for a time before passing it forward. The cosmos itself reminds us of this, that knowledge, like light, travels patiently across time. Imagine watching Earth from the surface of Mars, the pale blue dot rising above the horizon. Imagine seeing Saturn's rings from above, sunlight scattering across icy particles. Imagine drifting with Voyager, far beyond planets, looking back at the sun as just another star. Each image is calming, not because it lessens our world, but because it places it in balance, showing us that we are part of something vast, steady, and beautiful. Exploration also teaches humility. We have reached far, yet we have touched only the edge of the cosmos. Our telescopes see deep, but not infinite. Our probes travel far, but not beyond the galaxy. The vastness remains beyond reach, and yet this is not discouraging but calming. It reminds us that mystery endures, that the universe will always have more to show, that patience is the true companion of curiosity. From exploration, our journey flows naturally into closing, to gather all we have seen, all we have reflected upon, and let it settle like starlight. The final part of our journey will be a gentle farewell, a reminder that though the cosmos is immense, it speaks to us in calm, guiding us toward rest, perspective, and peace. We have wandered far together, through stars and galaxies, nebulae and black holes, exoplanets and cosmic webs. We have reflected on time, on balance, on the unseen forces that guide the universe, on the possibility of life, and on Earth's place within it all. Now, as our journey draws to its close, what remains is not noise or confusion, but calm. The cosmos, though immense, offers us peace. Its rhythms, though vast, invite us to rest. Its silence, though deep, is filled with meaning. The universe has taught us patience. Stars take millions of years to form, billions to shine, trillions to fade. Galaxies drift for ages, black holes endure beyond measure, expansion unfolds across eternity. Nothing is rushed, nothing is hurried. To see this is to breathe more slowly, to live more gently, to remember that time is abundant, that growth is steady, that endurance is natural. It has taught us balance. Light shines because darkness frames it. Stars exist within galaxies, galaxies within webs, webs within expansion. Opposites are not enemies but companions. Stillness and motion, silence and sound, presence and absence. To see this is to find harmony in ourselves, to live between action and rest, between striving and stillness, between speaking and silence. It has taught us resilience. Stars collapse but their matter forms new stars. Galaxies merge but their light continues. Even black holes, silent and mysterious, eventually release their energy back into space. Nothing is wasted, nothing is lost, all is transformed. To see this is to understand that our own scars, our own endings, are not destruction but renewal, part of a rhythm greater than ourselves. And it has taught us calm. The universe does not hurry, yet it endures. Its motions are vast, its cycles steady, its presence constant. Even in endings there is no chaos, only balance. Even in silence there is no emptiness, only patience. To see this is to find peace, to let go of urgency, to rest in the knowledge that existence itself is enough, that we are part of something steady, enduring, and whole. Earth, our home, reflects these lessons. It is small in the cosmos, yet immense in meaning. It is fragile yet resilient, balanced between sun and moon, land and sea, light and dark. Its life is extraordinary, its presence precious, its rhythms calm. To cherish Earth is to cherish the cosmos itself, for our world is its expression, its stardust made alive, its patience made visible. And we too are part of this. The atoms in our bodies were born in stars. Our breath carries oxygen forged in suns. Our bones carry calcium made in supernovae. We are not outside the universe but within it, expressions of its cycles, children of its patience, voices of its silence. To know this is to feel belonging, to realize that we are not alone in the cosmos but inseparable from it. Imagine lying beneath a clear sky, stars scattered above, the Milky Way stretching like a soft river of light. Each star is a reminder of patience, each galaxy a reminder of balance, each silence a reminder of calm. You breathe slowly, your thoughts soften, your body rests. In that moment you are not just watching the cosmos. You are part of it, as timeless as starlight, as patient as time, as calm as silence. This journey has been long, yet the cosmos is longer still. We have seen only glimpses, touched only the edge, listened only to faint whispers. Yet even these glimpses are enough. They remind us that the universe is not chaos but harmony, not terror but peace, not emptiness but presence. To rest in this truth is to rest in the cosmos itself, to find calm in its endless silence. And so our journey ends not with finality but with continuity. The cosmos continues, its stars shining, its galaxies drifting, its time unfolding. We leave it here for now but it remains with us always, in our bodies, in our thoughts, in our breath. To carry its lessons is to carry calm, to live patiently, to walk gently, to rest deeply. If this journey has brought you peace, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Earthly Explorer. Together we will continue to wander through the quiet wonders of the universe, discovering stories that soothe, truths that balance, and rhythms that carry us gently into rest.